I have very practical parents. When I wanted a car, they said, get something practical. The Triumph TR6.
Okay, so I got most of the undercoating off, majority of it, and this black is mostly scrapes. Now I'm going to flip it over. I've decided to use aircraft stripper. I don't know if that's the right decision or not. I'm going to give it a shot. I had said it before, I recently restored an old bicycle, like an antique bike, and I used it. Worked pretty well. I'm going to see if it's less hassle than the sander, which gets dust all over everything. So, 6 of one, half dozen the other. We'll see how it goes. All right. So far, so good. We'll start scraping it off. All right. So here is my first coat. Gosh, I don't know. What is that? Sorry for the wobble. I'm trying not to get some strip on my camera. So that's one coat on the floor there. So in my opinion, it is not as fast as using the DA sander. Not as fast as using the DA sander, but I might like it a little bit. It's a little more elbow grease, but it keeps the mess confined to that 4x4 area, basically, which is a lot better. Sorry if I'm doing that. A lot better for my wife, with the laundry here, the food here. So I think I'll keep going with this. So I'll put another coat on and finish it up with, wire wheel. See if I can get that off. All right, guys. Thanks. All right. Well, there it is. Got some Bondo here. We're going to cut all that out. That's all the rusty area. A couple Bondo spots, so I'm going to have to see what's up under here and there. So I'll take a heat gun to it, take all that Bondo out, and we'll figure out what's next. I don't know. The stripper's got its pros and cons. It's definitely more of a pain in the ass, but it doesn't get as much crap all over the garage. So, all right, that's about it. Okay, so I changed strippers. I was using the Marhide aircraft remover stuff, and I switched to this stuff. I gave it a test. I wasn't too thrilled with it around the kids and stuff, using the methyl chloride. And then my cousin's husband came over and turn this down. He was like, also said something. I was like, maybe I will check some stuff out. So I did some research on the internet, and I tried this 3M stuff. So I'm trying it on the residual of the stuff that the stripper didn't get off. So it's been sitting like an hour under some plastic. So it's coming up. It's slower, but supposedly it's totally non-toxic. You can rub it on your face if you want. Cleans up, doesn't burn you. Oh, shit, I'll fix this later. Yeah, there we go. But it takes, for me it's fine. I just let it sit overnight with the plastic on it. And, sorry for that. I let it sit overnight with the plastic on it. So, I'll give it a shot and I'll see how it works. But, so far I'm happy with it. And it's definitely no caustic vapors, doesn't burn. You can get it on your hands, you just wash it off. It's pretty cool stuff. So I'll give that a shot. The true test, I guess, will be on the white paint on the rear fender when I take that off. So we'll see how that works out. All right, well there it is. That's sat for a couple hours. So it's this stuff, safest stripper. So I don't know, I mean, granted it's with 2 prior coatings of the methyl chloride, so we'll see if, like I said, we'll see how it does on, you know, some white paint, some top coat. So yeah, I'm just going to rinse this off and rinse it off. Okay, so it is the second application of the 3M Safer Stripper. Hold on, let me turn on the radio. The stereo. Oops. Wrong way. Check the roll. So this is the second coat. It takes off the first coat. This is on the inside pretty nicely. Granted, that's not the outer coat, but took it off without an issue. And I just put this on and I wrap it with saran wrap and let it sit for a couple hours. And do that. Like I said, it works nicely. I mean, it's slower than the aircraft stripper, but it's a lot less hassle. I put it on, I got it on my hands. It's not toxic. It doesn't stink. It's easy to clean up. And it works at least on this old, you know, lacquer. So, yeah. I'll let this soak for a couple hours with the saran wrap on top, and then just come in and scrape it off. Then I'll start working on this and get the Bondo out and look for any of the other damage. So I got, let's see here, see my garage, messy garage. I borrowed one of the TR6 guys' Fenders. Thank you, Craig, from the TR6 Club. So I'm going to use this as my template for recreating. All this geometry is dented up on mine, and I'll use that as a go-by. There's the Yugoslavian bike I restored. Actually, you can see the shitty old one. I got 2. That's what it looked like in the white, and now it's like that. I was on the Yugoslavian eBay buying stickers for it off some dude. So, yeah. It's my tooling around bike. Alright, thanks a lot. Alright, so here's how the 3M stuff did. It's weird, it did really well on the top coat, but I think it's the original primer. It's almost like a dip, or like like an E-coat. It's real thin. Had some issues with that, so I don't know. I'll have to see how it did more, but did an okay job. So now I'm going to next fix up this area. It's got some dings. Fix up here, fix around there, and then obviously this big damage right here. So I got my buddy's Fender. You can see it with the glare, and I'll use that as my template. Alright, so that'll be next. Alright guys, thanks.
Great cars and a great deal more.